the old movement. Let us against the church of and they forgot history. They forgot the biblical explanation of how Pharaoh himself got killed. Pharaoh, a male child is born in his a male child is born in his kingdom that he should be slaughtered, such that there will be nobody, no male child will be alive to inherit his throne. So, what did happen? God, in his infinite wisdom, Moses was delivered and was put on the river in a basket. And some people rescued that child and brought to Pharaoh. And Pharaoh wanted to order that Moses be slaughtered. But why? Whom he loved so much, said he wanted this child. The long story is that even when Pharaoh had instincts that that child may be one that was the biblical saying for the Quranic spirit, and tried it severally, even putting fire and sugar in case it's the one that he would pick the other one. He went and picked fire and put inside his mouth and burnt his tongue. Now, he said, no, this may not be the one they're talking about. But of course, God knew what he was doing. So, the end of the story is that Moses became the one that will drown Pharaoh in the river Nile, and succeeded him. I'm drawing this analogy to show to those that we hear, to show to those that think, no Nigerian will contest elections with them. And I dare say that there will be a Moses and Pharaoh that will contest election with the APC and defeat the APC. They show God that in the past, very contemporary history, that we had leaders that thought they were indefeatable and that nobody could remove them from power. And Stephen, opposition, in the head sense of history, they should have known that in the very household arena that they live, such people were removed from God by God in a blink of an eye. Didn't it happen? Who said that he spoke to God and said, may not happen here? Is there any of you here? Now, you know, it will share some of this thing here. But at my age, well above 75, I'm still in trenches fighting for democracy. I presume that you are gathered here and today make a covenant with the Nigerian people. In your revolution, I expect you to say, come rain, come shine, we must democratically, through the ballot votes, remove this bad government. Because it's our fault. And Oftentimes, I have been asked during press, print, and electronic media of one of the things. One of which is that the APC will not allow anybody to contest with them because they know they are so unpopular that even if a coffin, let's forget a corpse, even if a coffin is put against them, that coffin can defeat all incumbents in government today. And they say, and I said, since 1.5 years, I was in the press saying that people will try to stifle the political parties, that Tinubu wants to run as a sole candidate in Nigeria. And today, you know what is happening. And one of the meetings I'm going is as a result of what the judgments that were delivered on Wednesday and Thursday. For any clever man, you should have known that a movie trap was set for APC, which most of us here know. You are in Springboard, and the Springboard tells you to go back to the first court of instance, that is the High Court. You find it brief, your opponent finds brief, the court sets a date, and that be done before the end of May. So it can be done, and successfully the judge delivers a judgment before the end of May, and the APC hypothetically, no. We need a society tell us that it's not possible. We don't care. So some of us believe that we have alternatives. And in looking for alternatives, we have what they are doing. One of the alternatives we were considering, they had gone to plan 2 presidential candidates that will make it impossible for the party to arrive at a consensus. That is why the other alternative for producing a candidate is direct primaries. And direct primaries is impossible for any political party in this country, even including the APC itself. But they are in power. They can hold people and direct them to step down for their anointed candidates. They know their people, maybe their brother, because yes, in-house. All their candidates are in-house candidates, or friends of governors that looted, that they thought would close their nyash. But the opposition is Democrats. We may allow direct primaries. And the story is that you cannot hold direct primaries in 8,000 plus wards across the country. And even if you do start to do, they can send the security people and hooligans to go and disrupt the process such that the opposition party will never be allowed to produce a candidate. So their dream of a single candidate for the presidency and for some governors will now be achieved. That's what we have focused. And the other party that we are looking at, they had already signed yesterday and took a decision that they will go to court as early as Monday. That's what. Right? Stop us from going there. I assure you that if you invest your trust in us as leaders, we must find a way for getting our evidence. One thing is that we ourselves are smart, and I'm sure our leaders are smart people. So, as from Monday, when our leaders declare on which platform they will run, I want to tell you that one or two things we have. And I'm here to guide you of your response, what you have. First, there will sponsor columnists. Two, that they will deploy social media influencers to start attacking our candidates. For all of you that are in social media, for all of you that use the mind, you must be prepared to respond to anything they are going to say. Anything under the sun that they may say about our leaders, we know very well. People of integrity, people of honor. We must talk to them. We must talk to them with the ferociousness that is needed of an intelligent man. I'm sorry to bring in something that is not on the table, but I'm doing it as an example. You know the US and the Iran war. The US attacked, and Israel attacked first, and Iran responded. The analogy I'm going to draw here is that don't call anybody any name until they call our leaders names. Then we will respond with the greatest might of intellect on us, in us. You know, if you get a job, you don't know when the fire starts. These are people that are living in their open conditions, and they want to start a war. We will help them at healthy. We are already lying flat on the floor. Are we afraid to fall? No. Are we afraid to fall? No. So over to them. I know that in this city, we have security agencies. My life became our leaders in the past. That was first phase, but they are still on. Secondly, they have dismantled all our platforms. SDP, PPP, ABC, NPP, reality, all they have dismantled. This is the second phase. The third phase is that if you are not careful, as desperate as these people are, they may even start behaving or assessment some leaders. Merely, like before, you have security agencies at your disposal. You have security agencies at your disposal. You have the federal money. You can I implore, please, let's meet. Imagine our best extreme Alhaji Bubakar. You can see how the is strong, is healthy, full of wisdom.
You got to see a man speaking without a book on the podium, but speaking from the well of wisdom. Once again, let's appreciate it. Let's put our hands together for him once more. Now, to quickly take us further, please let's just sit like this. Let's just sit like this. If consistently, let's just sit like this. Let's just sit like this. So quickly take us further, I want to bring up a token and a fearless man and respectful. A man that does not really come an inch for himself. No. A fearless Nigeria that wants the good of the people. A man that speaks from his platform to tell the truth and tell the story of Nigeria. Distinguished guest, a man I love you, a man that is full of wisdom when he speaks. If your hands are not busy, join me as a very welcome. It's not possible. I must explain this. Fire show. Please do this for me, please. A total and a fearless Nigeria. Please can we celebrate him in once more. Celebrate my father. Hello. Hi. Nigeria will survive. My people will survive. My people, I never see where 5,000 people carry 250 million people vote for longer. It's not just as we do that. Why are we allowing it? My own father is saying manage, it will better. It will better their own side. We want to go now, we still want to live rubbish. All die. Whether they kill for us, whether Amadeya kill you, whether the hospital where you go, if not go day, or whether they kidnap you, all die. And I want to tell you something. The people dying in Nigeria today are more than people that will die the day we stand up. Are more than people that will die the day we stand up to take what belongs to us. Let us just, we are already on the floor. The man on the floor fearing no fall. So this is the time to take our country back. No going back. I'm not a politician. I don't intend to join any political party. But okay for me. Okay is okay for me. I'm ready to lead, to be. Last election in Lagos, I was with returning officer, coordinator in the Tuleki. They came with so many things. But at the end of the day, it went for so much that they couldn't change the result. So now, this time around again, we've won already 28 states. 28 states out of 36 states is already okay. They are ready to vote. Now it's to stand up to them and tell them, no, this time we can't steal our vote. And we have to be ready for that. Right? We have to be ready for that. Because is it to vote? Or when their own is like Gary, by the time you put water, you come the next day, Gary got swell up. This time, Gary will be swell up. As we put water, we will be drinking. We have to be strong. We have to be strong in a country where we have 70,000 naira minimum wage. 70,000 naira. Yesterday, they said it's no pay. I call it still pay. Because how can you survive with 70,000? People are sat to say it's 70,000. Their transport to the place alone is more than 70,000. So we can see the people we are dealing with. Look at Abuja example, for example, our school teachers are old, but we can decide we love to give our own clean bridge and clean bus stop because that's where they get feedback. That's where they get money. If we great teacher, you know go get feedback. But if you award ICC, you go get feedback. It is time to kick them out. Nigerians don't work for you. The man said, he's a Democrat. Allow people to function. You said, Tinubu, go take it and run with it. You that are saying, go take it, run with it. You are not the ones selecting for Lagos. You sit down. You get up. What is the credit with that? These people that are there now, they are military in Agbada. They are the one they are supposed to be arresting for plot because they are look at our life. What is moving? Nothing. It is time to take our country back. And the time is now. The time is now. If we can't do it now, we can't do it again. Because everybody is ready. The Northerners are ready. From the east, they are ready. Even southwest, they are ready. So let us follow this okay until we are okay. No going back. God bless you and God bless Nigeria. It is time to make it okay.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's going to be okay. There's no two-way about it. Until we follow this okay, we can never be okay. Now, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Sister Scholar, I will bring up to the podium for taking Israel Act. After now, we'll take it about Amalei Talu. But quickly, let's welcome Mrs. Komashade Ali to join us on the podium, please. Please, can you?
Yeah, what's up, Doctor? Yes.
Okay, I was told to bring up Dr. Yauza Kepsu. Please, please put that on hold. Join us and celebrating. The more you clap, the faster it comes, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I think the claps are really not too much. I think let me know that you are ready. As a security expert, I believe that Nigerians have suffered enough and enough is enough. And it is time for we have heard so many words, so many programs, and so many statements. If somebody is stubborn, use a stubborn strategy to take the stubborn out of the room. You must be stubborn in order to send the stubborn outside the room. Being stubborn politician doesn't mean that you must impose yourself on people. Nigerians have suffered enough, killing in Sokoto, killing in Enugu, killing in Anambra, killing in Bayelsa, killing in Lagos, killing in Maiduguri, Borno State, killing in Adama, everywhere, almost nowhere is here. Where are the policies? Where are the promises? The institutions are being destroyed. They destroyed almost each and every institution that you may pick in the country. And it is now time for Nigerians to put our hands together in order to fight back. And therefore, want to call on all and sundry that Nigeria is ours. It doesn't belong to any of them. It belongs to you, it belongs to me, and it belongs to each and every one of us. It is our country, and will not continue to allow anybody to rob us. We will not allow anybody. We are saying it bold and the line and italic, and we are sending the message. We are tired of errant legislators, errant senators, errant executives, errant bureaucrats. Nigeria, we cannot allow anybody to rob us anymore. You must wake up from the slumber. We must wake up from our slumber in order to fight back. Make sure that you have your vote, and make sure that you casted your vote, and make sure that your vote is counted, and make sure that it is what you have voted for that is announced. And the polling units, everyone, each and every one of us here must go back to the grassroots and mobilize people. It is not the organization at Abuja alone. It has to be back to the grassroots. Those in the red cap, you knew what we have done and the strategy we adopted in Ghana in 2020. In 2003, I contested for councillorship. They wrote me. In 2007, I contested for chairman, local government chairman. They wrote me. In 2011, 2015, and 2023, I contested for House of Rep. They wrote me. In 2007, nobody, no way, no way, no way, can everybody find himself, raise your finger and say, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. We know only movement is our interest and as our political philosophy as political movement for 2027. And we are taking lesson to all the electoral bodies, to the legislature, to the judiciary, to the police and all the security agencies, that it is a high time for you to know that 2027 will not allow any of you to use any impunity against either of any one of us at any time. We are going to come out to vote. Nobody should be discouraged because they have the control of the police, because they have the control of all the security agencies. Forget about it. Nigeria is ours and we must be ready to defend it. Are we ready? Yes. Are we ready? Yes. Are we ready? Yes. Are we ready? Yes. Then we should come back and mobilize the polling units, the political board, the local government constituency, the state assembly constituency, the federal constituency, and the senatorial constituency, as well as all the states of all the constituencies by the political system. We should not extend our efforts by only talking. We should be ready for them. They are going to bring out both arms and ammunition. They are both in the name of fighting insecurity. In 2027, they are going to bring it to use it to spare us. We are ready. We are ready. We are ready. And we are ready. Therefore, it is very, very necessary for each and every one of us to wake up from the slumber and make sure that we use organized and coordinated strategy being presented by OK movement. Ladies and gentlemen, after the session at the traditional palace, where I'm waiting for what to be over with a traditional title, I had to speak there because of the importance of this gathering. I had to rush. And thank you very much for your time and I'm wishing you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, to take us further, let's take some intern by because we have a comedian and music act, which we'll be taking now. Please once again, if you make the announcement, please join me as a big welcome. Now, we're bringing the first act of performance from today's event, and it's not a person but Ashida, please. Can we present some of Ashida, please? Before the comedian comes up, please. A quick one. He's going to be singing a song called Nation. Please celebrate him. He's one of the award-winning singers in Abuja. And at large, he has done well for himself. Ashida, are you ready? Let's have you, please. All right. The war is in a hurry. Nations are rolling on. We all just wanna make it. We just don't care. I say the war is in a hurry. Nations are rolling on. We all just wanna get back. We just don't care. Let's take it Tell me where we're going. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now I want to bring up on stage, if you can see, it has been male genders and daddy, and then now we want to bring up a woman of influence and affluence. The precious woman, a woman that we're talking about each for herself also. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a beautiful woman with great intellect. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I will bring up to the program, it's not possible. Dr. Mrs. Pomashani Ali, please. Let's celebrate her, please. Celebrate her, please. Thank you.
I want to hold on. Come.
Can we still say
Get live.
Conquestira?
Get live. I did live. I got to
Ladies
please come.
and gentlemen, I'm incredibly honorable for that idea.
If you want to stand, I just drop this one.
National
Yes. I just drop it.
by extension, the functioning of elections for distinguished sense of administration. But now we're okay. If you believe that the okay team can make Nigeria okay in 2027, say hi. Is there any no in the house? They are not here yet. Okay. The task that has been given, that I have been given to talk about is simply how Do we need to mobilize, organize, participate? Because we don't need to re-emphasize the issues around the country. And definitely the integrity, the compassion of our leaders, His Excellency Peter Obi, and distinguished Senator Rabi Musa, so it's not questioning anywhere in the world. So if you think that we have the right team and you say hi. So now, how do we mobilize ourselves? What are the strengths of this team? How do we participate? Because no matter how we try to do our thing, we need to make noise. Definitely, we need to show the internet. We need to mobilize to the very last person in the polling unit. We need to make sure our voters card are well validated. When I say we, not just we here, I want to believe that everyone here is representing a group, an entity, in office and what. Now, I heard the PGA or the OK movement saying that there are already 390 something leadership around the country. That is not enough. So how do we do it? First, if you notice all around Abuja, all the
He's himself.
everything is basically taken. The media houses,
Still on the Wi-Fi.
if you notice, they have bringing all kind of
To be shaking well.
by the day to make sure that they don't carry our news, to make sure they don't carry our activities as much as they can, to make sure that they begin to kind of press what we want to say and what we should say. But thank God Almighty, social media cannot be contained. Social media cannot be contained, and that is part of our strength. So I want to indulge us as leaders and representatives of different entities that we should find a way to
Get a laptop this thing.
put all our activities, whether in the board, in the state, the local government, all of our messages to resonate. See, for us to win this election, we must have the right narrative. We must have the right manifesto. We must have the right people represent us. We must have the right party agents when we do this. But most importantly, we must have the right combination of leaders. And we already got that in the sequence and it's already so and His Excellency Peter Obi. So how do we help them? How do we help ourselves to make sure that we get to the promised land? In addition to our organizing and mobilizing, we must participate. That is to say, by Monday, when they tell us the direction of things, if you want to be in the National Assembly, you want to be in the State Assembly, you want to governors, what the you want to cast us, whatever is available, let's fill it up 100% across the nation. These are the people who represent us. So these two gentlemen, they need each and every one of us. They cannot do it alone. We are not setting them to do it alone. We believe in them because they are trusted and tested. So I want to appeal. If you want to participate in any election or you know anybody that wants to participate in any election, please let's make sure we register in the right party. When they tell us on Monday, it does not cost a penny to register. If you are a member of any party now and you want to run for election, please As soon as you leave this forum, please go and tender your resignation in that party. As soon as they announce to us on Monday, let us forward that registration portal. Let it hang, they will bring it back up. Let it hang, they will bring it back up. And I want to seriously commend the organizers of this event. And I'm hoping that we have one of our support groups together, because together we can achieve. So we are hoping that as soon as we know the direction of our journey of Monday by God's grace, that all of us support groups will be coming together and work together so that we can win together. If you participate in this success, I believe that Nigeria will be okay. Thank you very much. I love you.
Is that why you put your hands together for your progress movement? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. I want to bring up once more, not just a lady, not just a woman. I call her the mother of Nigeria. I call her a woman that knows how to do the movement of answers of stopping the police brutality in this country. One fearless woman that I respect so much, a dogged Nigeria. If your hands are not too busy, join me as a great worker. It's none of us but Aisha, you're still the of our happiness. The more you love the more you love the faster she comes. The more you love the faster she comes. She's always for Nigeria. Yes, our narrative is clear, our narrative is direct. A principal woman.
Lami.
It's a teaching start. Request to have a principal states of mentors.
Vai, cola.
After the summit, we'll be having some
Testa tell us if this one here.
Thank
Eh?
you.
Just test and tell us if this one.
And I remember Nigeria, what I made my own. I want to see where comrades here. When I remember Nigeria, what I run away my own. I what I run away my own. When I remember kidnapping, what I run away my own. When I remember poverty, what I run away my own. Great Nigerian people, are you here? I think we had a very fantastic time through the course of this particular summit. Nothing can be greater than this. Nothing can be better than this. I probably just have 4 pointers to drop very quickly before I take my seat. I am just coming from the court because I know that I won the last municipal area council elections. And if you're not excited, it means that you don't even know why you're here. I won for the election not because I was trying to run for a local government election. My profile and pedigree probably outweighs anybody who has been president of this country, and I say that without ego or pride. I've been across the world
I've gone to schools, I've been in places, and I understand the nitty-gritty. I understand what it means, I understand what Nigeria is. And I say to every young person here today that the people who gave us Nigeria were all young people. The oldest of them was Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, he was between 39 and 40. Both Bello and Amono were all down in their 30s. As a matter of fact, we know that all the military rulers were in their 20s. And I say this because the power of the people is greater than the power of politics. The power of the people is greater than the power of the people in government. Nigeria will not change by political slogans. Nigeria is not going to change by propaganda. Nigeria is not going to change by some ethnic consensus. Nigeria is going to change when ordinary people like me, people when they speak, people do not give accolades, people do not even understand. Ordinary people, like the market woman, like the market girls, like my brother that is sitting in the wheelchair, like the PDW, like those people who are ordinary citizens who people do not take cognizance of. My respect for this country today has to do with the fact that it is about ordinary people. The conquistadors are here because they've made up their mind, in spite of what they said, that it is about them, not about the Kenyans. The obedience has said it is about the obedience, even in spite of obedience. And I know that the people listening to me are not much because a lot of us are carried away by passion and emotion. Passion and emotion is good, but it's not good enough. The people who delivered the most brutal of lifelong legacies of movement across the world are people who are not just moved by just emotions. Recycling of what? Selfishness and leaders who have egos, who are not building successors and people. Do not want to build legacies. Do not follow people who are all about themselves. Follow people who are about the ordinary people. And that's why I'm here to say to us that grassroots mobilization is the foundation for eternal legacies that can change everything for us. And it comes from ordinary, not from presidents, not high-profile leaders, but from ordinary people. Everything in life that has given birth to something that has become greater comes from ordinary people, market women. The discussions must go to the churches, to the mosques, to the beer parlors, until they hit the streets. Nothing is going to change until we're able to build a residue of strength, of resilience. People who are not looking back, who can stay focused regardless of where the people are going. Remaining consistent. Not people who just want to take advantage of platforms, of seasons. Because today in Nigeria, our value systems have become so broken. Many people are just looking for opportunities. If you're here today, if you're offered 1 billion, if you're offered houses and cars, are you still going to stand on the pedigree of what you're claiming that you're holding on to? When they come for you, because I said this because it is not about the day of speeches. It's about when the real deal hits the ground. Somebody listen to me. When all you
period, when all the other processes are gone, that is when the real thing happens. What happens behind the closed doors? No, I can tell you something. I can tell you one or two things before I go. I have done election this year, and they've always sent people to you. Do not keep yourself. If somebody who has seen 10 million, suddenly 100 million hits your account. Some of the madness that we are seeing, somebody who has not seen 50 million in his life, and 2 billion suddenly hits his account. Say, you're buying a hotel. Madness sets in. This is the crux of the matter, because at the end of the day, when we speak about go beyond the parochial system that they use to divide us each and every time. This is the crux of the matter. And as I leave you, I want to tell you something. A new Nigeria is possible, but it's never going to happen without sacrifice.